Now let's further explore how you have handled some situations that you experienced in your life. What kind of events cause you to stress on the job?
Well, working at Eli Lilly this past summer, I experienced some stress in the workforce, such as when I was able to hire on new employees as well as new interns. I would have to scan their personal information, and sometimes I would have up to over 100 people a day. And with this task, I had to complete within 30 minutes. And I couldn't show my boss, I couldn't show other coworkers in the workplace in this orientation that I'd be sitting next to that I was stressed that I could not get all of this accomplished in 30 minutes. Because with this, I have to scan each person's passport and documentation into the computer, and for that then to scan through and make sure that everybody's verified and make sure their background checks and their personal information is up to date. Also, another stress that was really a part of the workforce was international students coming in, because sometimes they didn't know that they needed all the paperwork to work in the United States. And with that, they sometimes would just bring their passport and not bring other material. And with this, I would then approach them and say, hey, can you please bring your stuff in as soon as possible? If not, send it to me. And with that, I then reassured them that we don't want to lose them because they'd be an asset to Eli Lilly as a company and part of the team, and we didn't want to lose them over something so silly, even though that is very crucial to work in the United States. But I feel like with my experience through that of stress, I think I'd be, I was always calm and collective and never showed that there was a problem on my face.
Describe a team experience you found rewarding.
Also, working at Eli Lilly, as being a part of a team in global recruiting and staffing, I also was able to be part of a team in something called Lilly Field Day. With that, I was paired into a group, and with that group, we would walk downtown Indianapolis, and with that, we then would rake around and pick up trash around the community. And with that, it felt like a real accomplishment and achievement to feel that I'm helping the environment as well as helping my community, and it felt real rewarding.
How do you determine priorities in scheduling your time?
Well, I prioritize and schedule my time at first was not that good. But as I worked through Eli Lilly, I was able to really improve on my skills. While I was there, I worked with multiple recruiters, and with those recruiters, tons of them wanted so many tasks done at a certain time, at a certain date of when they were due. Well, I was so overwhelmed, and so many things seemed like they were clashing together. This person wanted this person done, and this person wanted this person done. And with that, I decided to make an Excel sheet for each recruiter with the task that they wanted as well as the date that it was due. And with that, really made my life a lot easier, and it made my not worrying about what thing was due next at a certain time, at a certain date, so I wouldn't miss the due dates.
Why should I hire you?
You should hire me because of my education and my previous experience of working at Eli Lilly, through being a human resource major, as well as having my unique skills and strategies of organization and strategic planning and working in a team environment. I work very hard, I'm very intelligent. I make sure all tasks are done at a certain time, at a certain point, through my strengths and responsibility. I can take on as much as I think I can take on to help the company be successful and take the next leap. I also find myself very sociable, which allows me to communicate with others and other colleagues, and my knowledge and skills will help Apple achieve its goals.
Do you have any questions?
What would be the next step in the interview?